Today I want to share with you a story about being the youngest child. How many of you here are the youngest in your family? All right, yeah, all right. Now, how many of you here think that the youngest child is the most spoiled? It's all right, raise that hand. Because let me tell you something. You are absolutely correct. I have no idea how we get away with some of the things that we do. Sometimes we get exactly what we want, exactly when we want it. And between you and I, the rules really don't apply at times. But that's not my favorite part about being the youngest child. My favorite part about being the youngest is that I get to learn from my older siblings. I get to learn from their successes. And I also get to learn from their failures. I have 2 older sisters and an older brother. And aside from my parents, they have been my greatest motivation. We were born in Mexico, but around 1999, our parents had difficulty providing for us. They did their best, and after some serious thought and consideration, they decided to move the family to the United States. Dallas, Texas, to be more precise. And so with that move, my siblings left behind everything. They left behind their school, their friends, everything. And they tried their best to acculturate to their new home. But if you ask me, I don't think the transition went all too well, in all honesty. When we first arrived, my eldest sister picked up a full-time job. You see, at the time, she had 2 little girls, so school was really the last thing on her mind. We fast forward a couple of years, and my brother starts to befriend the wrong crowd. This leads him to a life of crime, which includes theft, incarceration, and even drug addiction. Needless to say that he dropped out of high school his sophomore year. But my older sister, she was different. She made the entire family proud when she became the first one in the family to graduate high school. She would have gone to college too, but at the time she had a little girl on the way. And she did what mothers tend to do and put her child's needs before her own. Now, all of this occurred during a very critical time in my development. I was about to enter middle school, right? And so with all of that, I could have easily chosen one of their paths. But all along, my parents had always encouraged us to get a higher education. They dreamed of the day that their 4 children held a college degree. So I did the unthinkable, and I marched into this uncharted territory. It hasn't been easy. It's been quite a ride, actually. I have lost sleep. I have cried so many tears. And I've even lost friendships along the way. But I think about all of that, and I say, wow. Because look at me now. Look at me, I'm in college. I have made a name for myself. I have had the opportunity to mentor high school students. I have had the opportunity to welcome incoming students to my institution. I have learned from some of the greatest minds on earth. And I have shared my knowledge with some of the brightest potential. And so the point of this story is not that success is defined by your birth order. On the contrary, right, some of us wouldn't be successful. I define success by your willingness to learn. Look around this room. You can very much learn something from every individual in this room. You just don't know it yet. Next week, when you go grocery shopping, you can learn something from the cashier. You just don't know it. You can learn something from yourself and all of your past experiences. but you probably don't know that yet either. So ask yourself, am I on the path to success? However you define that. If you are, congratulations, power to you, keep going. If you're not, take a breather, relax, it's okay. Just change your course of action. Because what stands between you and your success is you. It's not society. It's not your family. It's you. And so I leave you with this. As you continue to move forward, observe those around you. Observe their actions. Observe your own actions. Learn from them. And go forth and conquer. Thank you.